Welcome back to the Lineout Lab. My name is Peter O'Donnell. In this series of videos, I'm going to talk about speed, which I believe is an integral part of having a good lineout attack. But before getting into it, if you're new to the channel, please click that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, where you'll get access to loads of additional content from me. Please also like and share the video to help the discussion grow. Thank you. So one of the things that I speak about a lot as a coach is speed. And speed comes in many forms for me when it comes to the lineout. It could be speed to call, it could be speed to set, speed to move, and then speed of your technical aspects, throw, jump, lift. But in this aspect, I want to talk about speed to move. And specifically what that looks like is once you get to the mark of the lineout, how quickly you move, whether it be a straight up movement or whether it be a complex movement or a multiple movement, whatever it is. So we see a couple of examples of it here. So notice how there's a little bit of extra pace or urgency, I should say, as Leinster move to the mark, and then they accelerate to the mark, and then they go once they get there. So what this does, especially against an excellent defence like this, so Racing have a really strong mirror defence traditionally, much like New Zealand would do as well. And what Leinster are trying to do is unsettle them and get them to bite on certain movements, and particularly drag them forward and then force them to come back, which can be very difficult, I think, once you've committed yourself and turned your hips and shoulders, so to speak, to be a lifter or a jumper facing the hooker. It's very difficult to then get back and be a front lifter or be a jumper. So watch it again now. I'll do it full speed, get to the mark, and then they go. And then obviously this is a bit more of a complex movement in that there's multiple options, multiple dummy jumps happening. So really good movement, really sharp, and got Leinster into the game early against Racing in that particular example. Here we see another example. Okay, so what I want you to look at is just the last bit of urgency here as they get to the mark. So they're walking in, and then there's a guy slightly staggered coming in towards the end, and they have a slight bit of extra pace just to get there. And then once they get to the mark, they go and they're into the game. So we see it again. So as soon as they get to the mark, they initiate a movement, and that's often the trigger. And sometimes there's no call or anything like that. That's the other good thing about something this type of option, is that you're not relying on cues or body language. You're just relying on once everyone gets to the mark. So it adds an extra layer of deception to your calling system or your calling structure, so to speak. So it can be a nice little change up if you use a trigger word to call your line out. And then last clip as well, same sort of thing. One guy walking slightly delayed. See again. So they have a couple of guys already setting the line out. Okay, they have a couple of guys already setting the line out, then two men walking in, slightly delayed, 2 to 3. And as soon as he gets to the mark, they go. That's a throw jump off the hooker as well. But the timing of this is that they're going to go as soon as these last two guys get to the line out and get to the mark. So really good lift as well, and nice and straight, really good picture. And again, the beauty of this is that it's so hard to defend. If you watch it again, just full speed, it's so hard to defend this type of option and that type of speed. So really sharp, efficient movements, technical aspects very strong. Nice layers of deception because of the calling system changing things up. You're going off everyone getting to the mark at the same time, or one person getting to the mark, or the last two, for example. So it can make it very challenging for the defending teams to react. And then of course you can add in complex movements or multiple options, well, which we saw in the first example. So something to think about, something I'm a fan of. Hope it goes well for your lineout.